at Old South Pittsburg Hospital in South Pittsburg, Tennessee. Opened in 1959, this medical complex is where hundreds were born, hundreds died, and some were even murdered. This decaying labyrinth of hallways still reverberates with tales of suicides, abuse, and innocent lives cut short. Tonight, two teams will battle it out here to see who can capture the best paranormal evidence. Quit being a chicken.
Something just touched my arm.
I'm calling you out. Do something now.
I think you just scared them to death.
You try to scare them. They're a ghost.
This is Paranormal Challenge, Old South Pittsburg Hospital.
Something just flew past me.
Go. You spent your whole life screaming for help.
Two teams.
Dude, what the?
One night.
Please help me.
One haunted location. One winner. For the ultimate in bragging rights. Hospitals, I know from investigations, are some of the most haunted locations in the world.
Zach Bagans, the Paranormal Challenge chairman, is also lead investigator and co-founder of the highly respected and award-winning Ghost Adventures crew. He's completed hundreds of investigations, working with the world's most renowned paranormal researchers and scientists.
I like these two teams because on one end you've got the Tennessee Wraith Chasers, 3 guys, big tough guys. And then on Office of Paranormal Studies, you've got a team member, a girl that works at a hospital. She's very familiar with the energy that's already in a functioning hospital.
Office of Paranormal Studies, based in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
I am Selena. I am a lead investigator. We are unique as a team because we all listen to each other. No one thinks they know everything. My name is Debbie Franklin. I am the second investigator. I've known Selena since she was a baby.
My name is Brandon Boston, and I'm the tech specialist.
Brandon's like the baby of the group.
The reason I got into the paranormal, started living in fear. Most people, when they're small kids, they have good memories. My first memory was a run-in with a demonic spirit at church, and it terrified me. If you would have caught me a few years ago before I started this, I couldn't even talk about it. Now, my job is gathering evidence and helping people.
I hope the other team does a really good job tomorrow night, but we're going to kick their
Tennessee Wraith Chasers, based in Gallatin, Tennessee.
My name's Chris Smith. I'm the lead investigator. We've been together for about 3 years. We've hit a lot of locations in the Middle Tennessee area, some in the Kentucky area.
My name's Doogie. I'm the second investigator.
Doogie is like a professional provoker. He gets animated whenever he's investigating.
I'm Porter. I'm an equipment tech and researcher.
Porter is a really intellectual guy. He's got a lot of great ideas that he implements in investigating. I think one of our strongest points is that we work really well together as a team. Basically, the reason why we came here to compete on Paranormal Challenge, we want the notoriety. We want to get our name out there, so maybe we can grab some other cases, you know, have people look at us and say, hey, these guys know what they're doing.
Office of Paranormal Studies.
Yeah.
Tennessee Wraith Chasers. How you guys doing? Nice to meet you.
Right.
Brandon, I heard you're an MMA fighter.
Exactly.
Mixed martial arts, you got to be well-versed in all areas.
Oh, yeah.
Well, in this competition, you got to be well-versed in history, teamwork, technology, much like mixed martial arts.
That's right.
I want to introduce you to Cindy.
Old South Pittsburg Hospital historian Cindy Liddick will take the teams on a walkthrough of the locations. The information gathered here will serve as a guide for both teams that they will later be judged on in their investigations.
She lives here.
I live here, guys.
She knows this place more than the ghosts do. Pay very close attention to every little detail she tells you. You're going to need it. Once I started hearing about this hospital, I knew that this was a location that we had to have a paranormal challenge at.
Open only for 40 years, doctors and patients wasted no time committing heinous acts against each other at Old South Pittsburg Hospital. Built in 1959, hundreds drew their last tragic breath behind these very walls. Closed in 1998, Some believe these unavenged spirits continue to terrorize visitors at this medical complex.
You can still feel the pain. You can still feel all of these energies and emotions that goes on in a hospital.
You've seen stuff here, Braden, haven't you? You were just telling me that. I want you to share this with everybody. Will you tell me what you saw?
Yes, I saw a man upstairs. I think he had no fingers, and he was just all black outline. And then I went into a room, and I was like, oh my gosh.
This place is haunted, isn't it?
Yes.
You heard it first. This is no joke. Braden even validates that.
We are standing in the ER of the hospital. This hospital has kind of a dark history. There are a lot of deaths in this ER. Buddy, a little boy, one of his habits was he loved to play with earthworms. His mom was kind of watching him through the window, and she noticed that he was not moving, laying in the grass. They were not able to revive him, and he did pass away in this ER. They discovered that he had baby copperheads in his pockets, which bit the heck out of him and put him in an anaphylactic shock.
I think that would be awesome to be able to talk to a little child that's stuck in this hospital.
We are in the basement, the maintenance room of the hospital. There have been 2 maintenance workers that actually died on this floor. One of them very recently, a caretaker here. His name was Jim. He lived in the hospital. He was actually a friend of mine. Jim died 2 years ago, May 23rd, 2009. He committed suicide on this floor. He actually spoke to me before his death and said that he would be back. This was his home. He wanted to hang around for a while. We're on the 3rd floor, room 305. So guys, for me to be in this room, you're lucky. I don't go up here at all. A patient here in the early 90s actually passed away in this room. Her name was Nellie. She had dementia. She was verbally abusive to the staff here. She actually died in this corner right here behind you, all curled up on the floor. We are now in the surgical area of the 3rd floor. There's a lot of dark history about one of the 4 founding doctors of the hospital. His wife, in 65, was actually found murdered in her home. When actually questioned, his response was, I was out on the town, and it was left at that. There was no further investigation. Most of the nurses that have come back to visit me have said that he has left a major imprint on this hospital.
Finding out some of the history I had no clue about. I mean, I live, just 30 minutes from here, and it's like, today I learned so much.
With the competition set to begin, Zach gets each team geared up with the most advanced paranormal detection equipment for tonight's challenge.
Teams, how you doing?
Good.
How was the historical walkthrough? But you guys listen. Can you hear that? There's thunder rumbling out there. That's a gift from Mother Nature energizing the atmosphere in here for the spirits to manifest themselves. That's to your benefit.
Right on.
But outside of that, each of you are going to be receiving the same pieces of equipment. You will get 2 night vision camcorders, 1 that stays on a tripod, 1 thermal imaging camera that sees in temperature, 1 full spectrum still camera, 1 full spectrum camcorder. You'll each get 2 digital recorders and a Mel meter that measures for electromagnetic energy and temperature. You guys ready?
We're partying.
All right, we'll gear up and wait for my sign.
Teams will conduct their investigations simultaneously. Office of Paranormal Studies will begin in Zone 1, which is the basement and the south end of the 2nd floor. And Tennessee Wraith Chasers will start off in Zone 2, which is the 3rd floor and the north end of the 2nd floor. Strict time constraints are designed to push each team to the limit. They will only be given 2 hours to complete Part 1 of the investigation, then switch locations and continue investigating for 2 more hours in Part 2. Teams will be judged on overall teamwork, technological proficiency, historical knowledge, and audio and visual evidence they are ultimately able to capture. Tonight's judges are three of the country's most notable paranormal experts.
This team's very, very professional.
Dave Schrader, acclaimed paranormal conference lecturer, co-author of The Other Side, A Teen's Guide to Ghost Hunting, and the host of the popular talk show, Darkness Radio.
They're actually doing very well.
Dr. Andrew Nichols, founder and director of the American Institute of Parapsychology, has investigated several hundred paranormal cases and is a professor of psychology at City College in Gainesville, Florida.
Trying to reconfirm that it wasn't somebody else talking.
And Ron Fabiani, Chicago police officer since 1987, founder of Chicago Paranormal Detectives and star of the popular television series Paranormal Cops.
All right, Ron, you are watching Tennessee Wraith Chasers that are beginning in Zone 2. Dr. Nichols, you are monitoring Office of Paranormal Studies who are beginning in Zone 1. The teams look ready. Let's ask them. Tennessee Wraith Chasers, are you dudes ready?
We're ready to go.
Office of Paranormal Studies, let me hear if you're ready or not. Yeah! All right, with that said, the portals are open. Let the challenge begin. 2 hours on the clock, starts right now.
My name's Chris. I got some investigators with me. We got Porter down here crouched. Hidden Tiger, crouching investigator. We got Doogie over here. We're good friends. We're just here to communicate with you. If you want to come out so we can get your picture, we'd really appreciate it.
Really can't sleep.
No, you're not supposed to see. It's dark in here.
I'm calling you out. Do something now.
Dude, I'm getting a deafening ring in my ears right now. Deafening.
Dave, as we're monitoring the teams back here at our secret nerve center location, how are we able to see them and hear them?
With each team, we have a cameraman and an audio tech specialist that are following them. Also, stationed throughout the building, we have robotic cameras.
So right now in Paranormal Challenge, Old South Pittsburg Hospital, Office of Paranormal Studies are currently in Zone 1 on the 2nd floor investigating, while Team Tennessee Wraith Chasers are on the 3rd floor in Zone 2.
Camera here, I kicked. Oh, did you hear that?
Oh.
Where was that at?
Sounded like...
Shh. Shh.
It's back down that way where we're going. What are you doing over here?
Apparently Tennessee Wraith Chasers are hearing disembodied voices or talking, and they're unable to debunk it at this moment. Did I just get an English accent? What the?
That's right, Mike. They found something really interesting.
I think I'm bloody possessed by an Englishman.
Okay, buddy. You want to race me back to the meter? Okay, on 3. 1, 2. Beat me to that meter on 3, okay? 3. Not so quick, are you?
Doogie's more of a short distance runner, apparently.
All right, you ready to go, Brandon?
Yeah.
Since we're down here? Yeah.
Which one do you want me to take to record with?
I want you to take the full spectrum camcorder.
Okay, so right now with the Office of Paranormal Studies, Brandon, our mixed martial arts fighter, is going by himself down into the basement. There's some really dreadful stuff that has happened down in this basement. A former maintenance guy committed suicide down there.
We are going to call out every single spirit in this entire hospital. I am alone, and I'm ready for something to happen. Give me the baddest, the meanest, the worst spirits, and feel free to follow me. Possibly heard something behind me, not for sure. I heard a scream.
This was later analyzed. Shockingly, it appears to be a disembodied voice.
If that was you, do it again. I'm calling you out. Do something now.
Hey, Nellie. Thought I heard maybe you talking earlier. You trying to tell us that you want us to come in? Yes.
I got the chilies.
I do too.
Nellie? Oh, it just went up to 1.1.
That's where she died, right there, curled up.
Yep.
Nellie had dementia. She was restrained several times because she would upset some of the other patients. She actually died in this corner right here.
Nellie? Lay this right here beside you, darling.
How would you like it if I laid on your bed? Can I lay down here? What if I just take a little nap here?
They say, Dave, that Nellie really liked young guys, and the way that he's laying up there on that bed. Look at, wow, okay, different camera angle, please. Guys, I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be back.
No tenting, no tenting.
Jeez, you're really trying to get Nellie, aren't you? I would say keep an eye.
Are they getting interaction?
Got a millimeter right now.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what you gotta do to attract Nellie. You just get in the bed and spread your legs.
Why is this thing going off? Is there someone right here? Can you make it light up? Can you stop it?
Dr. Nichols, can you explain to us, just so, how horrific is this death? This was a little boy bitten multiple times, even by baby copperheads.
Oh,
what happened?
I don't want to talk about snakes.
Well, their venom is actually more toxic when they're first born than it is when they're adult.
So he was picking them up thinking he was playing with baby worms.
Is that what
And they began biting him. Oh, that's just...
Dude, all right, that's a new topic.
Okay, new topic. We've got Doogie Howser, MD, has now put on a doctor's jacket and a stethoscope. He's become a trigger object. The reunion episode you've been waiting to see. Doogie Howser, paranormal investigator.
I hate to say it, but he hasn't aged well.
No.
Dr. Doogie in the house.
Dr. Doogie in the house. Paging Dr. Doogie.
This is Dr. Doogie. Can I be of service to anyone in here today? You need your checkup. I will be your doctor today. Don't be afraid to talk because I'm wearing a white coat. I'm here to help.
Right now, Brandon's still 69 minutes and 14 seconds by himself in the basement. It's a long time.
Give me the big bad spirits that haunt this hospital right now. You want to throw something across the room, even if it's at me, that's fine. Just hook me up with something, Jim. Don't you want to push me, slap me right now?
Quit being a chicken.
You want to throw something across the room, even if it's at me, that's fine. Just hook me up with something, Jim.
Certain spirits will only throw things at certain people. How is that so as a parapsychologist?
Generally speaking, there always has to be the presence of a particular agent or epicenter that triggers or acts as a catalyst for that type of phenomena. So not everyone can experience psychokinetic activity, only certain types of people.
Don't you want to reach out and push me, slap me, hit me right now?
I haven't seen him employ one digital recorder session while he's by himself. The biggest part of spirit communication is through the use of digital recording devices. Possible missed opportunity.
Whoa. Okay, I'm getting some stuff.
Hey, I got a door here moving. Hold on.
3 minutes left. Let's go out with Tennessee Wraith Chasers.
Quit being a chicken.
Oh.
Shh.
Did you hear that?
Yes, I had heard that.
That was like...
Big time right here.
Where's it at?
It came from down... I know everything we've ever heard has come from this area of the hospital.
All right.
Come on, give us a shout. One more, whatever you got to say it.
All right, judges, Dave, we got 9 seconds left. I'm gonna sound the siren. Cover your ears.
Chris is up here.
Boom!
teams. How was round one? Yeah, we can see the sheen going down your face. This is Dave Schrader, my chief judge.
This is the time to shine. You have 2 hours left. Make the best of it.
Before we begin round two, we're going to show you something. Tennessee Wraith Chasers, you guys are headed to Zone 1. This was captured by an external paranormal group of some really creepy laughing. Listen to this.
White hair.
I'm sorry.
White hair.
I'm sorry.
Office of Paranormal Studies, you three are headed to Zone 2. In Zone 2 is the very creepy heart attack room. Near that room, this very interesting shadow figure was captured. Pretty cool, huh?
That's great.
In addition to the evidence Zach has presented, they are both given a new piece of equipment, the Ovulus 2, which is a device intended for spirits to communicate by using their energy to manipulate a phonetic generator in choosing specific words from a database.
You ready? I'm ready. We'll see us. Bring it, guys. Good luck.
Teams will now switch locations and continue investigating for 2 more hours. Tennessee Wraith Chasers will now take Zone 1, and Office of Paranormal Studies will now explore Zone 2.
All right, here we go. Good Lord, they better come on now. Okay. Let's get this done quick, guys.
EVP session 5. We're down in the ER. All right, guys, we got this Ovulus started. Let's let it warm up. Okay. Buddy, are you in here with us?
Shock.
Shock? Buddy was bitten by copperheads.
Yeah.
He died of anaphylactic shock.
He did.
It's a pretty creepy place, man.
Did you call me a witch?
7?
About 7?
7 earthworms. Buddy was bitten by copperheads.
Yeah.
He died of anaphylactic shock.
He did.
They discovered that he had baby copperheads in his pockets, which bit the heck out of him, and he did pass away in the CR.
Lay down the floor. Let's
Well, can you see it? Make sure you can see what it says.
Get on it.
Come to that thing. Look here. Look what I've got for you right here. I got you some cool man shades. Check this out, buddy.
You think you'd investigate with these guys?
You know what? I'd be happy to.
You think you could teach them a thing or two?
It might teach me something, brother. None of us know it all.
Buddy, come over here and tell us, how many earthworms have you captured?
7? You got 7?
7 earthworms. What'd you do with those 7 earthworms? Did you put them in your pocket? What does it say?
Stones.
Stones.
Buddy, were you looking under stones for earthworms?
Seem?
Did they seem like earthworms, buddy? What were they really?
Just talk to us now, guy.
It's a good point. So far, they've gotten shock and stones. Did he have anaphylactic shock? Was he allergic to the venom? And now it's saying stones. Was he looking under stones? You start getting into these details, maybe you'll get the interest more drawing in from the spirit.
It's almost like a paranormal speak and say. We've seen it work phenomenal in some locations.
I want to go lay in Millie's room. I know, let's go. I'm taking the envelopes too. Okay, you got it? Yes? Millie! Who's making the noise? Brandon's over there in your corner. Yeah, is it okay if I sleep in your bed tonight?
Witch.
Did you call me a witch?
Witch. Witch.
Millie, talk to me and scream at me and tell me to get out of this room. Get off your bed. No, it's just pissing me off. It's because y'all are here.
All right, kids, you can come with us. We're just going out here to look at this pretty red car.
There's a car that's in there. that was owned by Jim, the maintenance worker.
There's an actual car.
A physical car, an actual real car.
In one of the
building.
hallways of the hospital.
And actually, the car was parked out front and started getting abused. So to protect it, he actually pushed the car into the building and became obsessed with this car.
Hey, Jimmy.
Jimbo.
Man, that's a fine car. You don't want these kids around it, do you? You had a soft spot for this car. Tell us about it. Tell us about this car.
Lose? Lose what?
Engine. Lose engine?
Car lost the engine?
The car doesn't run. It never did run. And those are the only two words they're getting so far.
I just keep hearing whispering. They're talking to you, Debbie, maybe? I could have sworn I heard your name. Is somebody calling Selena's name? Am I making you mad, you egotistical? Oh,
It's good stuff.
this sucks. Do you hear me? It's killing me.
You can't get frustrated that things aren't happening. You gotta have patience as a paranormal investigator. Just because things aren't flying off the damn shelves, it doesn't mean that there's not activity going on. And that's why it's so exciting to wait to see what they present to us as evidence.
Hey, Jimmy. Come down to hang out with you, brother.
You got 20 minutes left in round 2. Doogie's by himself in the basement from Tennessee Wraith Chasers, so let's see if he can further communicate with possibly the spirit of this maintenance guy who took his own life.
This is a pretty creepy place, man. Very creepy. Tag that, I heard something. Not for sure what it was, but catching footsteps right now. Catching footsteps right now. Not sure exactly where they're coming from. Maybe behind me. It's a little creepy when you're standing in the dark and you hear footsteps coming from somewhere, but you don't know exactly where.
Ron, do you like Doogie?
I get a kick out of Doogie. I like all three of these guys.
All three of them?
Why do you like him?
All three.
All three.
I see a lot of Ron Fabiani in Doogie. You know what I'm saying?
Do you?
Good-looking kid.
Yeah. Good-looking kid.
Dr. Nichols. Ron Fabiani.
Yes, sir.
Dave Schrader.
Yes.
Cover thy ears. Paranormal Challenge, Old South Pittsburg Hospital, has now reached an end. Time for a tricep workout.
Mamma mia.
We worked pretty well as a team. We got pretty organized like we usually do. And, you know, everything went well. We're happy with the situation.
We weren't getting as much activity as we had liked, but sometimes that's okay.
Now that both investigations are officially completed, teams must lock up all of their materials and evacuate the premises until morning. The teams return the next morning to review their evidence. They'll present the 4 most compelling pieces captured during the competition.
You can see where their cord is running down the hall.
2 audio and 2 visual. And to help both teams, Zach has brought in tech expert Billy Tolley.
It has that same shine to it.
It is judgment time.
I think we're going to win this challenge because we're an excellent team, and I just don't think there's anybody in this building that's going to beat us.
It's important for us to win today because second place is just first place loser. I'm way too competitive, so I don't like losing.
Let's bring in the teams. Selena, Brandon, Debbie, how are you three doing?
Great.
I want to introduce you to the judges. This is Dr. Nichols. He is the director of the American Institute of Parapsychology. He was monitoring your every move. This is Sergeant Ron Fabian. He's been in law enforcement for 24 years, but he's also a famed paranormal investigator. You've already met my chief judge, Dave Schrader. Let's get right to it. Selena, do you have 2 clips of audio evidence to present to us?
I do.
Please set up the first clip. I'm going to have Billy Tolley, our Paranormal Challenge audio-visual tech, play your evidence.
The first clip we want to show you, we were in the ER, and we were talking to children. Just hold my hand. I'll help you. Asking them to speak into the voice recorders.
You can speak in those, and we can play them back later and hear what you say.
How do you interpret this?
We believe that to be a child saying, I don't know how.
I'm not hearing it. When you have a suspected EVP, always let different people listen to it through headphones separately, because when people are listening to it together, you tend to suggest certain responses, and then the other people start to hear it. That's called pareidolia. It's a type of auditory hallucination.
I did hear it. It's not an A. I'd probably give it in about a B category, but I do hear the EVP.
Selena.
Yes.
Do you have a second piece of audio evidence?
We do.
Please set that up for us.
Okay, we were on the second floor, and we were trying to get a spirit to move the tricycle. Come on, guys, I'll give you a push.
We'll buy you another one.
What do you think it says?
I think it says, who is it?
I can see where you would come to that conclusion, possibly a voice. But again, I did not hear that until you told me that.
Dave, Ron?
You know, I'm hearing the syllables, the mild pronunciation of words, but I can't conclusively say of exactly what it is being,
Right.
you know, what's being said.
More like a clicking sound and then a breath or something at the end. I'm not really hearing it, right?
It's difficult for me to get a voice out of that. Did you guys capture any visual evidence? Selena?
We captured one piece.
Can you set up this visual piece of evidence that you are going to be showing us?
Sure.
What is it?
We were on the second floor. We were at the nurse's station, and we had the millimeter, and we were using it to communicate. And it was lighting up when we were asking questions. Can you make it light up again? Woo, okay.
I'm sorry. Make it line up all the way. If I ask you some questions.
Dr. Nichols, do you have any comments about what you just saw?
Yeah, this was actually the most impressive piece of potentially paranormal evidence that I saw from your group. I do think that you can't completely rule out coincidence, but I think there's at least a significant potential for that being an actual paranormal event, so I'm impressed by that.
Excellent. Office of Paranormal Studies, Selena, Brandon, Debbie, thank you three very much. You may step back. Let's bring in Tennessee Wraith Chasers. The winner of Paranormal Challenge is...
Office of Paranormal Studies has delivered their evidence to the judges. Now it's Tennessee Wraith Chasers' turn to present their evidence.
Did you guys capture any audio evidence?
Yes, we did.
You got 2 clips to present to us. Porter, tell us the first clip.
We were on the 3rd floor, so we set up the millimeter, and Doogie challenged what we thought was a child spirit.
When he raised the spirit.
All 3 steps.
3. Hey, I don't know how big the kid is.
Doogie began to count off 1, 2, 3, and right after he says 1, before 2, we called a voice. 1, 2.
I don't know if there's a word there. I don't know if there's just an exhale or what it is, but it sounds very, very, very young.
Dave?
What do you think you guys are hearing?
They think too. I just think it's a child speaking. I can't really discern what it's saying.
The first thing I heard was the number 2. I think it's playing back with you and answering.
Oh, you think
Yeah,
it's
very
repeating
useful.
him saying
No,
2?
he says 1, and then it sounds like the kid goes 2, and then he says 2.
Play it again.
2. 2.
The problem is that once you hear someone say 1, then you are psychologically predisposed to hear the number 2 next.
That's why I agree with
So I, again, could not say that it says 2, but I agree that it sounds like a child's voice.
Porter, did you capture a second piece of audio evidence?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
This was on a solo session where Doogie was in the basement.
Must get awful lonely staying down here in this basement by yourself. Come to this recorder and talk.
What are you guys hearing there?
In my opinion, the first thing that I picked up was what's happening. Kind of like, what's happening?
I think what's being pronounced is a matter of opinion, you know, and speculation, of course, like all of this is.
It certainly does sound like a male voice, separate from your voice. I think it would be hard-pressed to say it's definitely paranormal, but nor do I have any alternative explanations, so I think it's a real potential.
Did you capture any visual evidence?
Yes, we did. This was caught on another static cam. We'd set the cam up into the hallway, away from where we were, facing down the hallway toward the ER. This light that we captured, we couldn't really make out where it came from. You can see it right beside the tricycle there.
There. Whoa.
You know, the only thing I can say is, you know, you see how shiny the floor is, and it looks exactly like an IR light reflection.
It's interesting because it almost appears as though it's in front of the seat. It appears to actually obscure part of the seat, which would suggest that it has dimensionality and full parallax, which would mean that it were some type of a three-dimensional object in space.
That's what I was...
I'm impressed by that.
I am too.
I'm fairly impressed by that.
Tennessee Wraith Chasers, Office of Paranormal Studies. Thank you very much, teams. You may be released. Allow us to deliberate, and we will call you back shortly with our decision. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
It's
a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk about the first category, history.
I got to go with my Tennessee Wraith Chaser.
My opinion is they both were about equal in the history category. I think they both were strong in the history.
Let's go to technology. I gotta say, Tennessee Wraith Chasers, I never saw once misuse a piece of equipment, ever.
Agreed.
Or misuse the opportunity
Right.
to use equipment.
And I really like Brandon, but he went off 2 hours by himself and did not use a digital recorder. When I asked him, why didn't you bring the digital recorder? Did you know the answer?
Honestly, I just forgot.
That's a misuse of technology. Let's go to teamwork.
Tennessee Wraith Chasers kept it together the entire night. I just felt the other team fell short. There was not much energy throughout the entire evening.
I heard a lot of complaining. And unfortunately, I think one of the team members really set the mood, and not a good mood for the rest of the team.
This sucks. Do you hear me?
Let's move on to audio evidence. As far as audio for the Office of Paranormal Studies, I like the first one they presented of the child, because I immediately heard a child, as did Dave.
Right.
Nobody knows what children sound like more than a guy that has 7 kids. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is there any more?
God, I hope not. Now, looking at EVP2, though, Office of Paranormal Studies gave us an EVP which sounded very much like a mechanical clicking in the side. That to me was a total disappointment.
I thought that was...
But then if we look at Doogie's EVP, that I heard like what sounded more like a male grunting.
Let's go to visual. Office of Paranormal Studies, they presented us with an event as captured with the millimeter.
I'm sorry, make your line up all the way.
But I was more intrigued by this light. Judges, we found our winner. Well, teams, here we are. You ready to hear who won Paranormal Challenge?
Tell us.
Ready.
Before I announce a winner, I want to thank the judges this week. Ron Fabiani, Dr. Nichols, my chief judge, Dave Schrader. Dave, would you like to say anything before I announce a winner?
I got to tell you, in the final analysis today, the winning team only won by 2 categories. So I want to thank you very much for bringing your A game and doing the best you could.
With that said, the winner of Paranormal Challenge, Old South Pittsburg Hospital, is... Tennessee Wraith Chasers.
Yes.
Congratulations, guys.
And that's all.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
We are just stoked beyond belief.
I'm feeling awesome, man. I mean, we come in, we do what the Wraith Chasers do, and we hunt some ghosts.
The other team done great, so, I mean, congrats to them.
We worked really hard, but the judges were right.
You really did an awesome freaking job, right? Be proud. There it is. Look at those smiles. Do you see those smiles? Do you want to have a smile on your face? Do you want to come in one of these haunted locations and go in front of a panel of judges and see what your team can do? We're here at Old South Pittsburg Hospital in South Pittsburg, Tennessee. Opened in 1959, this medical complex is where hundreds were born, hundreds died, and some were even murdered. This decaying labyrinth of hallways still reverberates with tales of suicides, abuse, and innocent lives cut short. Tonight, 2 teams will battle it out here to see who can capture the best paranormal evidence.
Quit being a chicken.
Something just touched my arm.
I'm calling you out. Do something now.
I think you just scared me.